Guys, my first question. I'll get you second. Please raise your hand if you have a question. Right. In order. Get to everyone.
Finally, I prove I'm I know I come from. I sent you more pictures. Yeah. I don't have to do it. Oh, I mean,
Is anybody getting a bonus?
of course.
One for it?
Is it intermittent?
Yeah.
Comes and goes?
Yeah.
It's the elevator.
Time.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
You can use a line level input.
Can you switch the break for the line, please?
This is you?
One. I don't hear anything. Up, up.
Back.
Back.
Now you're at mic. Good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Obviously, it's a great pleasure to be here today. You know, it's interesting, we drafted Yao. Back then, we thought he'd be a game changer the way basketball is viewed around the world, and he was, and still is. All the Asian population love him. Our games are viewed a lot more. And it's a tribute to Yao, how hard he worked to become a great NBA player. It's really sad for me personally, the city of Houston, and all our fans that he was injured and his career was cut so short. Because I think if he had stayed on, we would have won a couple of championships, which is what we were all looking for. He's always been a great player and a great person. And obviously, you know, I'm a big animal rights activist. Yao has been in the forefront of some of that in China, which I really applaud him for. And he does other things for, you know, education, serving the needy. He's a great human being, more than even a great basketball player. And again, he's changed the way sports is viewed in some way, and we were really sad by the fact that he wasn't here for longer. But while he was here, he was just fantastic for the city, for the basketball organization, for the NBA. Now I'd like to give you over to Yao.
Hi everyone, thank you for being here. It's a real honor and a privilege being here, not only today, but my career in Houston as a hockey player. I need a translator here. That I think about thinking back the years I spent here, I just feel this entire team, organization, and the city of Houston is a big family. I feel so welcome here, so feels so family here, and it's when you feel good about that, time is flying, and hardly met to met, 15 years passed by, and today I'm here again. I see so many familiar faces here. Thank you very much.
Open for questions. Please wait for the microphone. First question.
Now, since this is your day, I really want to ask you a question in Chinese. I don't think I don't know if it's good or it's okay. Fine. Alright, the first question. 第一个问题是，你知道你和邓肯都是相对来讲非常低调的人。邓肯在自己的退役仪式上，他非常的感动，然后他也掉了眼泪。我想问你，今天在看到你的球衣升空的时候，你会不会也同样的感动？会不会在这么多人面前流下你的眼泪？第二个问题就是说，在2004年的你的自传里提到了你的梦想，你的梦想在说你想要在夏威夷买一栋房子，然后你想成为探险家，你想要周游世界，但是你不想的是买一个球队，因为你不想面对所有一些黑暗面呀、商业这些那些的。但是现在看见你所做的事情和你最初的梦想好像有一些不一样。是什么时候你发现你真的长大了，想要去真正去面对你想要所谓的那些黑暗面或者真实的世界？这是我的。
I'll answer that.
Go up there.
I'll translate the question first. The first question is, Yao and Tim Duncan are the same low-key type of person, and when today Yao will see his jersey rise up, will he feel like the same in touch with, so touched seems with Duncan, like tears in the eyes? And the second question, Yao said his dream is to buy a house in Hawaii, not to purchase a basketball team. But currently his business is like different from his dream before. So why he will do it? Like.
Okay, thank you for the question. The first one is, first of all, I would like to say that Tim Duncan is a very respectful player, and I watched his retire ceremony that morning in Chinatown. That yes, it's very touching. I believe it touched kind of a different expression for that. It's not necessarily here. Of course, I respect what he did when he had his moment right there. I believe he was loved not only by people in San Antonio. He had a lot of fans across the country here or here in China. I just think being touched is not something you can design. It's always what happens when it happens. So I don't know what happened when this happens. Let's hope for it. Right? And secondly, to approach a team that's the one result come out, you'll be aged, just like Mr. Alexander. Hope you don't mind. No, mind. Did I hear that? Yeah. Approach a team with only age people. Age people.
Older players?
Older
players, you mean?
No, only get people older.
Yeah, older players.
No, it's what really exhausted people that become older. Because the owner put a lot of effort in there to make sure the team win and make sure the team be merged with the community. And because the team always supported by the community. And team has a function to, the responsibility to unite the people from the community. That's why I think it's my fortune that I can purchase my team back to Shanghai, China. That it's really it's a privilege.
Hi, this is Xiaofeng with China Radio International, and my question is that to Yao, you've obviously, as a basketball player, reached the highest, the top of the mountain in your career. So my question is, what will be your next move? Do you intend to bring the Chinese basketball back to its due place? Thank you.
Well, it's a long shot and it's a big question. Obviously, I just try to survive tonight first, and walk step by step. Thank you.
Typically, other honors, Hall of Fame, things like that, are about how someone played. uniform, the number retirement is about how they represent and will continue to represent the franchise. If that's the case, how do you want people to view number 11 in the years to come? And then with that in mind, Yao, how will you feel about it when people look at your number and when you look at your number up there?
Well, obviously, we only retire really great players, and Yao is a great player. But I wanted to be more than that as an ambassador to the world and to China, especially into China, and what a great person and humanitarian he is.
Oh, it's
Yeah, how do you feel then when people look at your number and when you look at your number in that?
Well, I haven't thought about that yet. You got me. Really? Honestly, that's, I remember the first time I watched NBA's game, I randomly to see the cameras, give a shot on those retired jerseys in different teams. After I read the story, I know that's highest honor players can reach up for themselves and the accomplishment on the team. From that day, I think I always ask myself that what is the story behind it, and I hope people see the jersey there and remember the story. The story not only about myself, but also my teammates, my opponents. We create a story together, right there, just like the other jersey. And then provide those stories for us.
Yeah, you said when you first came here, when you were younger in China, some of the games you watched were Rockets games, Rudy Key was coaching and stuff, so your jersey up there with other Rocket greats, can you reflect upon that? Kind of dovetail on what Jonathan said.
First of all, I feel old after I see that. Secondly, that the guys up there, Rudy Key, who was my coach before, especially my rookie year, and Hakeem, the guy for Rockets. And we have a stash out there for him. I remember my first home game in my career for Rockets. When we retired his jersey. That night, we are sitting in the locker room watching his speaker there and how people cheer for him. And that's the motivation for us to play harder that night. And I think that's it. And I just want to say that thank you for this kind of giving for me. And if I would like to repeat that game, I would still select Houston. If the NBA draft allowed it.
Yao, what about looking back at the time you were drafted? The time you were drafted in 2002 to come here. What about the entire experience was the most unexpected, the most surprising to you? Let's go over everything.
If I'm looking back?
Yeah, looking back. This whole what didn't you expect? What surprised you? Unless, whenever Yao answers, can you kind of address it from your side?
By looking back, I've been asked this a couple of times during this weekend. And I would say, by looking back, I didn't expect what I can have today. I just want simply to play basketball. Think about it, when you draft by the NBA and come over to play here against and with the best player in the world, you just want. I just want to be deserved to play on this court. And that's all.
I don't think anything really surprised me. To be honest, with everything that happened, I thought it was going to happen the way it allowed.
Joe.
Swirsky, the play-by-play announcer for the Chicago Bulls. Congratulations. Congratulations to the Rockets as well. I have a question regarding the impact, a two-part question, the impact Michael Jordan had on you as a young man watching the NBA game develop. And the second question is about Dwayne Wade, who has business interests, obviously, with China, but also you competed against him. So if you could talk about those two individuals as far as the Bulls connection for a moment. Thank you.
Well, the Bulls have a big impact for sure in China, especially on the second winning streak right there. And those 2 times I competed against Utah Jazz in the finals. And Michael Jordan made his name so popular in China. And I still remember once that when we have an exhibition game against some other teams, and we exchange our gifts before the international game. We exchange some gifts, and we receive some NBA socks. But the socks some have a Bulls logo on there, some not. But obviously, some of us really want the Bulls socks right there. That's one of the evidence. There's no Rocket socks. I checked. So, I remember the first time he visited China, summer of 2004, I believe, and I saw the pictures, images, and the report on there. There's mountains of people swarming here wherever he showed, and the security had to call to cancel on the meeting because it's out of control, and that shows how popular he is. Didn't wait, of course, and he back to his hometown to play again with Bulls. But I remember him when he still wearing the Miami Heat jersey up there. And on the very first day, I know the very first game I played against him, that I know that's very, very hard opponent to match with. I just have to get myself ready anytime, any second to give my teammate help to penetrate off any from the perimeter. And I think it's very fortunate that we still can watch him play on court today after 14 years of leading the league. I know it's a tough league, and this was my career. 14 years is a long time, and I wish him happy, and not tonight. And stay healthy.
Now, when you look back through your career with the Houston Rockets, can you just share some of your favorite moments, some moments that stand out just as things you really enjoyed you did here?
Favorite moments? My favorite moments is the first time I walked into Compact Center. Before we moved into this house, I received my jersey, and I see my name on there. That shows that it's a different journey starting.
I'm trying to remember back. Your first game in the world.
No, Indiana. That is definitely not
That's
a team.
what I went to.
Yeah, I didn't score that game.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for
Mr. Alexander, on behalf of the Chinese community, we just wanted to thank you for bringing Yao here because there's a huge Chinese population here in Houston, as you know. This definitely helped out for putting Houston on the map as somewhere that's a good place and diverse for the Houston community. Yao Ming, this is a question for you. 我们的妈妈爸爸他们来美国学 English. You know, a lot of our parents, it's so loud. A lot of our parents, they came to Houston to live the American dream. And when you first came here, how was it? How did your teammates help you as far as transitioning into kind of a country that is a little bit foreign to you?
First of all, from the language, I didn't speak much at the beginning. That's why I went hard here. Even today, that they helped me from speaking and how to understand the culture, and drive me around. retired me too. And you know, something is no need word express, and sometimes a simple high five, a handshake, will explain everything and how much they help.
Sorry, I'll ask Yao Ming in Chinese. I had covered Yao Ming and his rights here for many years. It's kind of weird to talk to Yao in English. Now Chinese. 姚明首先呢，就是作为当年的跟队记者之一呢，恭喜你呢这个成年球衣这个退役，这是你人生的一个高光荣耀的一个时刻。刚才这个老美的同行呢已经问过了，这个你们要评价自己在这边打球的经历，最享受的时刻是什么？我这里面我想问的一个问题就是说，现在你回首球员生涯的时候，有没有什么遗憾？因为遗憾也是人生完整的一部分。有没有什么当初定的目标没有实现？本来想做的事情最后没有做成。
First, as one of the journalists, follow Yao since he just been here, and congratulations, your jersey will be retired. And the questions will be, looking back to your career life, is there anything you regret and not doing, something like still want to accomplish but now?
I think that would be the playoff series against the Utah Jazz. We lost game 7 at home. Yeah, that's a big regret. And hopefully, if I go back there, I will push myself a little bit more to get to it. But I don't want to live in the regret. I want to live in the future. That means I have to learn from the regret, experience, feeling, so I can use that for my future. Thank you.
Kenny Zhao here with Sohu.com. A question regarding your plan after retirement. There's a lot of rumors going around. You have to be considered as the president of the Chinese Basketball Association. I know Commissioner Silver is here today. Do you envision to bring? Do you have a plan to bring the two leagues close to each other? Do you envision there's more interactions between the two leagues going forward?
First of all, that's still rumor. Okay. Secondly, I don't need to answer the rest of them. But, you know, Ed and I are very close. We know a long time ago, and I think, you know, we all basketball lovers. And not only just us, I think the people in this room, people in this house, are all basketball lovers. And we all do our job to make sure the basketball keep popular and more people getting involved and more people play.
Thank you for being here.
Perfect. That is really all I'm concerned about.
So Gina, why that happened? Why the other so big?
Right. Yes.